Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rachelle and I am here to do a reading for the collective, starting with some prosperity dust. This is a special one because I just hit 1,000 subscribers recently. I'm very excited about this. And so I wanted to do a special reading for you in honor of this, because we all have our dreams, our goals, and it is so exciting and satisfying when we hit a goal, right? So, so this spread that I'm doing is called 1,000 Moments. I'm going to start with some angel cards. Risk. We have an angel in the what's it called? Rafting. Rafting in the rapids. Risk. Yes. Truth. Two angels holding hands, looking at one another. Oh, that's the truth. Taking a risk. Doing something. We have no idea if it's going to work out, but we feel called to do it for some reason. It's like it's about following our truth, living our truth, discovering our truth. Our truth can change on the journey. Mine certainly has. So let's look at where you started, the energy you were carrying at the beginning of the journey. I'm going to use my wisdom of the oracle. What was the energy you were carrying at the beginning of your journey? Exchanging gifts in reverse. 27. TikTok. 30. 14. Truth be told. We got truth again. So, as with so many beginnings, we go in bright-eyed, excited, idealistic about what we're stepping into, what the outcome could be like. We have all these dreams and ideas. And it is often difficult to see the kind of the nuts and bolts that go into actually making something happen. And sometimes we enter into something not realizing that we are not at all prepared for the thing we've decided to do or what we've taken on. So this exchanging gifts in reverse is like stepping off the plank, taking that risk, getting into the rapids, and then realizing, oh crap, I didn't realize I needed a life vest. I didn't realize I needed a paddle. There are things that that come up as you go. And suddenly it's like reality hits. And so there's something here where you realize you weren't prepared. There could also be something about over giving. It's like, wanting something so badly, wanting to make it happen and putting everything into it without pacing yourself and finding time to rest, to include other things that are important in life, such as downtime. Rest comes in many forms. spending time with friends, exercising, eating right. You know, there's all these things that can kind of fall through the cracks if we're really like, you know, we're really going for something. However, what I really love here is that you had an understanding that things weren't going to happen overnight. Most things don't. And you understood the concept of divine timing, which is simply that things will work out, things will happen, things will unfold as they are meant to, in the time they are meant to. And you were very open to looking at, it's like I started saying with truth. It's like you wanted to speak your truth. You were looking at your truth, examining what kind of truth was driving you to start this journey. Bearing your soul. This really feels like, in a way, it's bearing your soul, or it's a window to your soul. And throwing those windows wide open, and there's all this, there's clear sky in the background. That, you know, the owl is the window. This is the wisdom. It's like you gained enough wisdom through your life, through other journeys you had been on, that when you started this, you had a certain amount of understanding of what was needed to accomplish your goal. And you understood that it wasn't going to always look the way you expected. But as long as you leaned into a particular truth, your truth, or you're open to new truths, I can look a number of different ways, that helped you to stay centered, stay balanced as much as possible in something like this. You know, when we're taking a risk, it's, you know, balancing is, you know, you're constantly righting yourself. It's teetery. It's funny. It makes me think of something I just read recently about walking. That walking is actually, we are falling forward. And we are constantly catching ourselves from falling on our face. But yeah, we are literally falling forward. And I thought that was a really interesting concept, because I think this concept describes this idea of balance. Balance isn't something where you find the center and you stay there. There's always an adjustment. So anyway, you started with a certain amount of wisdom and understanding about what your journey would be like. And also knowing that there were things you didn't know. We don't know what we don't know. But that's a part of what comes on the journey. That's a part of taking a risk. That's kind of a part of the rush and the excitement. Sometimes. So what kept you going? What was the force behind your perseverance? I'm going to look at the Queen of the Moon Oracle. What kept you going? The Void, number 1. Power, number 16. Looking at my numbers here. All right. Peace, 28. 1 and 1. So there's something about spending time dreaming. Spending time within the void. The void is the place where all possibilities exist. It's like this is the place where you were readjusting, continuing to find your balance. This could have been dream time, or taking time maybe at night. Don't have to though, or it doesn't have to always be at night, but spending time resting, contemplating, going within to continue to access the dream, the idea, the goal, and making the necessary adjustments. And checking in with yourself. Am I still on the right path? Do I still want this? And then with power, this is the force that has it's a deep force within you that has fueled your journey, has fueled your perseverance. This power is something that you have channeled, that has been given to you, that has been a part of your guidance, because your we have my son's alarm just went off. We have a bunch of confirmation on this power. You were given this idea in the first place from your higher power, whatever you call that. Your higher self, spirit guides, the universe, God. In my mind, it's all the same thing. And this is because you were meant to do this thing. You were meant to bring some kind of new energy into the world. Even if that was just you doing something new with taking a risk. Because you were meant to change on this journey. And by you changing, that causes a ripple effect to the rest of the world, and certainly to the people that are directly around you. So, and then we have this peace. This kind of goes along with the void. Again, with going within, maybe you meditate regularly, or have some kind of practice where you allow yourself the space to dream, and at times to just let yourself not think about the journey and what you're doing. There's a place this kind of speaks to just allowing things to unfold, and spending time giving your idea space, so that you're not like crowding it, or you're not like getting too caught up in needing to make something happen. There's something about kind of being in the flow. Knowing that paddling upstream isn't going to get you anywhere. And this is a part of the TikTok. Knowing that, pacing, like trying to pace yourself at least, as best as you can, is what you need. What you needed to do to reach your goal. Okay, so what have you learned along the way? What's the wisdom that you've gained? I'm going to go with the guides of the hidden realms. What have you learned along the way? A call to transformation, metamorphosis, the in-between, 17. You have learned that transformation is something that is a natural outcome. It's a natural thing that happens as we do something new, because as we go forward, we are learning, and by learning, there is growth, there is change. And sometimes that change can be pretty big, pretty profound. There's also something here about getting comfortable in the in-between, in the journey itself. Recognizing that, yes, you have a goal, yes, you have some kind of end thing that you're working toward, but it's the in-between is very rich with information and experience, ideas, new truths, like I was talking about. And you're embracing, you have learned to embrace your transformation, to see it as necessary and as something to celebrate, even though it is not always very comfortable. What you've learned along the way, wisdom gained, emergence of true knowing, intuition, rigorous honesty, inventory. This, we have this truth again, rigorous honesty with yourself, with others. In the emergence of knowing, your intuition has really, how do I say it? It's like your ability to access your intuition has increased hugely, 1,000-fold. You understand how to take stock. You already started with a certain amount of wisdom, and that is just compounding, or has been compounding on this journey. True knowing. We've got truth be told. True knowing that has come from the transformation. What have you learned along the way? Epiphanies sing at dawn. Aha moments. Awakening. New directions. Potential. Number 7. Yeah, power. Both of these. 7. You have come into an understanding of how powerful you really are. There's so much more beneath the surface than you even realized. A part of this journey has been about you. That has been a big part of your lesson, about understanding how powerful you really are and what power actually means. That it's not a force to wield over others, that it's something that you use to support yourself, to boost yourself. You've learned that as you started on your journey, you kind of had a particular trajectory in mind. And along the way, there have been detours that have, because, and these detours, kind of think of rafting again, you've had to subtly make shifts and adjustments, sometimes not so subtly. which have sent you in new directions that you never would have even imagined. You didn't know what you didn't know when you started, that are now like either opening up new avenues for you, new potential, new directions, or it's like maybe you still have this same goal you had initially, but now you have different, like parts of it have changed or morphed somehow. There's it's seeing the bigger picture. It's seeing more clearly. These aha moments have come to you through this transformation, through taking stock of where you are at, continually going within, making sure that you have time for yourself to cultivate your peace. And this has helped you to tap into your potential in such a profound way. I mean, profound, like this is a profound journey that you have been on. It is life-changing. And you know this. Oh, we also have 41 and 14, truth be told, emergence of true knowing. Yeah. It's like you already knew there was something you were going to get out of, from when you started, out of the journey. And then it just, like, it was confirmed as you went on this journey. And you just developed more and more of a true knowing about who you are meant to be, how you are meant to show up, what you are meant to do. Tapping into your intuition. Your intuition is what has been guiding you in the first place, but maybe now your intuition, you're so much more tapped in that it's the louder voice rather than, the ego, which is often driven by fear. Woo! I have chills. This is amazing. Okay, so what has supported you? The people, the energy, the grace. What has supported you along the way? I'm going to go with the Radical Abundance deck. What has supported you along the way? Willingness. Yeah, willingness to take a risk. Willingness to speak your truth. To go within, to find your peace. To go in a new direction if needed. To pivot where necessary. Willingness to change and transform. Willingness to leave the comfort of home, whatever that means. Knowing it's time to go explore. What has supported you? And it could be, it could literally be like leaving, like maybe you decided to move and there was somebody who was like, gonna miss you, bye, like keep me updated. you had people willing to go along on this journey with you, even if that was just through support and encouragement. What has supported you? Happiness. We've got the unicorn of the sea. Happiness. That's a part of the wisdom. You figured out your baseline of happiness. You came to an understanding from the start, or before you started this journey, that happiness is an inside job. Nothing can make you happy except for yourself. That's a big deal. A lot of people don't understand that. I've been saying it a lot recently, but it's like the postcard I have on my wall. Happiness is not a state to arrive at, but a method of traveling. And you have that core understanding. That is a part of what has driven you. You're enjoying the journey. You're enjoying even in the tough times, you're going to get through it. It's like one of my favorite sayings. You survived 100% of your worst days. And you know that you've survived before. You'll survive this too. And you're just happy to be on this journey. Whatever this journey has been for you has been such a deep soul calling. Such a deep soul calling. And it fulfills you. Whatever you do, whatever this journey has been, it fills you up. You're excited for it. You wake up and go, oh, I get to do that thing. What has supported you? Synergy. Yeah. Again, we have other people. Maybe there's someone in particular who's been your ride or die. Or you have people around you who have been on this journey with you, or you have encountered along the way, who have contributed to you and your truth and your ideas and how you show up, and all the, they've given you different perspectives. The idea of synergy being that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You have been open to advice and constructive criticism, and people who are like, ooh, I see how I could assist you. Let me help you. And you gladly receiving the help. That's cool. And I just have to say, we've got fish here. And for me, fish are about financial resources, financial wealth. So you may have had some kind of benefactor, some kind of, what are they called? Like a venture capitalist, like an angel investor, people who were there helping you. Could even be your parents, or people who were like, oh yeah, I want to support you on your journey. I'm here for you. You've had eyes on you. And also this synergy isn't just physical, in the physical. This is your spiritual entourage watching, being with you on this journey, helping you when you asked for help, assisting you along the way. And this has been a very spiritual journey for you, because you have learned to tune into your intuition. And your intuition is a direct line to spirit, source, the universe, ancestors, spirit guides, all of it. And you know that you are being, you've got, like, seriously, you've got quite the entourage with you. You've got your guardian angel or angels there with you, watching you, helping you. So, what are you stepping into now? What is the energy of the next chapter? I'm going to go with the Forest Spirits Oracle. What are you stepping into now? What is the energy of the next chapter? Bear spirit, untamed spirit. Allow yourself to run wild and free as you explore your own fierce but gentle nature. That is the power I was talking about. Fierce but gentle. You have freed yourself. This journey has brought you some kind of freedom through this change, the change that you have gone through, the new truths that have been opened up to you. And you are running wild and free because you know you can, because you know there's no other option. It's what feels good. It's what you want. It's what you've been primed for. Yeah, this is so cool. Fox Spirit strategy. Enjoy the power of your vision and long-term planning to bring your ideas to life. Where you started, you didn't know what you didn't know. And you have gained all of this wisdom and experience along the way. And this has allowed you to learn how to strategize for the next thing. You have a better understanding of how to prepare. Power of vision and long-term planning. You have new skills that you have developed, new things that you have learned that now you can implement, bringing your ideas to life. There will always be new journeys. There will always be new risks to take, new leaps of faith. Now you're more equipped to do that and to do it successfully. Jaguar Spirit, choices. Glean wisdom from the past and fearlessly follow the path that resonates with your soul. Yeah, because you have had such a major awakening to your soul, to the fact that you are being guided. And all you need to do is pay attention to the next step. And when you see what that next step is, you prepare for it and you take that step. You've learned so much from the past. You have this wisdom already with you. Now it's even more. And you are now willing and able to fearlessly follow your path that resonates for your soul, with your soul. So that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. This is amazing. Let me finish. I'm gonna close this out with a Beyond Lemuria card. We've got Bubbles with butterflies. She's underwater. It's interesting. Yeah, it's very underwatery. But then there's stars up. It's like seeing the stars from underneath the water. And there's what even looks like a moon. But all these butterflies within the bubbles. We have all this transformation. Endless opportunities. It's wonderful to have the freedom to choose. However, sometimes indecision can be almost suffocating. So get into your body and let your gut feeling guide the way. You have options and opportunities you may not have realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there, so reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. That's a part of this choices. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation direct our choices, and we feel unfulfilled as a result. Reason and limitation. And see, through your intuition and your rigorous honesty, taking stock, taking inventory, you're understanding that your choices, it's like you're allowing your intuition to drive your choices now, or you will be very soon. Sometime, let's see, I already said that. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity, and you can't go wrong. Heart, compassion, and integrity. Yeah. Yep, that's what you are doing. And the transformation will continue. There will be new journeys, new excitement. Whatever this is may also grow and continue and morph into something new. It's going to be different for everyone, but you've learned how to tap into the truth of your soul. That deep, intuitive knowing, and you're open to new directions, you're open to collaboration and other ideas. And you are learning, if you haven't already, you're coming to the understanding that sitting around, right, it creates stagnancy. The point is to always be taking the next step. Within reason, of course. Sometimes you gotta go within and just not think about it for a while. Focus on the moment. So this is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Thank you again for being with me on this journey, on my journey. And let's celebrate. We're all celebrating each other. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah.